The widely known institution, Ashoka Social Incentives Bill Gates, is the first person who is using these social entrepreneurships. And actually, they are the structures which are trying to create solutions with a social mindset. Now we will be hearing our next speakers, Rana, Birden, Çorbacıoğlu, İstem, Akalp, and Pelin Baykan, to deliver their opinion. The floor is yours. Ashoka, Turkey Social Entrepreneurship Program Director, and Anlatan, Eller. Hello, everyone, distinguished guests. From Kale Group, we do have Rana, and we do have İstem from Ashoka, and founder of Anlatan, Eller. We do have Pelin Baykan with us. I have a small announcement. Pelin, both the panel speaker and also for the hearing disabled people, she is doing the translation with the sign language. Very recently, British Council has gathered a report which was being broadcasted about the latest situation of the social entrepreneurship programs in Turkey. According to the result of this report, all of the social entrepreneurship founders are 55% female. So I'm very glad to be with the female panelists, and I'm very glad to moderate these ladies today. Thank you very much. First of all, Rana, let's start with you. As you know, what is being taught to us about the traditional companies is looking for the profit and the financial gains. So chasing after these financial gains is a general perception. Of course, this mindset is changing throughout the years by having the impact financing issues and also social responsibility programs. And Kale Group is a pioneer of this incentives. Why it is important to have social entrepreneurship in the field of business, actually. Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity, Ahmet. Actually, as a Kale Group, the points that we have approached so far will be explained briefly by me. Ibrahim Bodur Social Entrepreneurship Award is a very important collaboration that we have with Ashoka Turkey. When we look at it as a group, we are 62 years old, and we have never placed the profit in our focus. Actually, we were not profit-oriented. We do have the 21st century's innovative mind, a different mindset, a different approach and perception. So we would like to create a social impact, and I'll be speaking about our ongoing projects. When we look in general, when we look at the point that we have reached so far by the impact of globalization, we are living in the world of VUCA. And beyond that, actually welfare and stability is not global. Our problems are globalizing. So there is a vagueness, there is an unclarity at the peak level. When we look at ourselves and return and look at ourselves, in order to present a sensible leadership, in order to create innovative ideas and also keeping the hope up. And also we are holding all of these responsibilities in our pocket. Actually, carrying on an entrepreneurship project is not a matter of carrying it on, but it is a matter of sharing it with the society. This was our main objective. The line said, I was born and I was grown up, and contributing to those lands is the philosophy of Ibrahim Bodur, our founder, and this is the most important heritage that we do have in our hand. Of course, taking it into consideration and bringing it for the future generation is very important. And we are believing in this strategy, and we are believing in keeping it. And also the most important way of actually following and laying a claim for the future is going from the way of social entrepreneurship. Actually, we are seeing it as the future projectors. We are seeing them as the breakthrough projects. Actually, they are our wings and there are roots. The more we hold our values stronger, also we would like to fly by making use of our wings. And in this ecosystem, The new generation social entrepreneurship is trying to be supported, and Ibrahim Bodur's social entrepreneurship award is very important. We will be having the third year, and we will be doing the award ceremony very soon. And one more important point about our perception for the private sector is the corporate social responsibility. Well, it is not the corporate social responsibility. It's actually corporate obligatory condition. So supporting the ecosystem of social entrepreneurship is beyond our communication strategy. It is something mandatory for us. In this journey, the second meaningful point is our comrade, which is Ashoka, Turkey, on the global platform and in the local platform. They are one of the pioneering activities and incentives. And with the Ashoka team, we have designed this program and we have planned with them all of their experience, their network, and their constructive approach really created a very good partnership. Actually, from end to end, we have interwoven our award ceremony. We have really shown a great attempt, and we are looking at everything very intensely. It is not something that we can outsource it fully. So very naturally, the most visible part of the award ceremony, if we can show it from the projection, award ceremony is the most visible part of this activity. However, in the background, in the backstage, we do have a very important topic which we attain a great importance, and we would like to make it visible. And every year we would like to bring it forth. And our main motivation is beyond our award ceremony. Every social entrepreneur that we are getting in contact, we are aiming to create a community. And in the third year, we think that we are about to reach our target, just walking hand in hand with the community, within a social dialogue and creating a synergy is something that we can never give up. One more important point that I would like to underline. We do have a preliminary and advanced award module, and we have added a third category. We have added the cooperation awards, and in cooperation, social entrepreneurship is so much involved in this cooperation structure. So by including it in our award mechanism, we would like to support, and also we would like to give a ground for cooperation between the institutions and corporations. I would like to pass the floor to İstem, Akalp, Ashoka, Turkey, and I'll continue later on with Pelin, Baykan later on. İstem, I'm passing the floor to you.
So I know that you have one of the most advanced and wide networks globally on social entrepreneurship, and you're also cooperating with Kale on this. I want to ask you a little bit about more local bonds that you have, because research shows that generally social entrepreneurs emerge locally to solve local problems, and they turn into the value creation and sharing part. So you need very strong partnerships and cooperations and collaborations. Can you talk a little bit about that and about the coordination between the local and global scales? Yes, of course. It's very nice to be here with you today, but on the backstage, I felt like I was like having again a school reunion. Seems we are all here together, and we are not leaving. We're all here in one way or the other until all the solutions are there and the problems are solved. And thank you very much for such a great explanation actually, Ashoka was one of the innovative platforms that brought together the innovative social entrepreneurs around the world and explained to them that what they're trying to do is a good thing, and giving them an identity to come together to collaborate. We have more than 3,500 social entrepreneurs that we support with our global network now in many countries of the world. and it's been active in Turkey as well. So now we have their entrepreneurship identities, their ideas, their social good being scalable or not are some of the criteria that we'll look into how they work together and cooperate with their recipients are also very important. So we have three main areas that we support them with. One of them is the social funding and capacity enhancement and network support are the three areas that we support them with. And none of this can be done also on its own. Ashoka works with small teams in their offices, and Ashoka Turkey office is actually sort of like a small corporate communications office. So it's not possible for us to do all this on our own, but that's not what we wish for either. So this is where our cooperation with Kale comes in, and in this way, our cooperation with Kale gives us an enormous network where we can reach out to social good societies in Turkey as well. So in the beginning, we see that, of course, in being a social good network is all fine, but you have really local problems that you have to deal with, local issues that you have to deal with, and the solutions to those issues also need to be unique to these local issues in that sense, and then you have to walk through it and scale it to a larger scale, global scale, where it can be applied to other similar situations all around the world. So in that sense, when you look at it, Turkey is a center for innovation and also for perseverance. And this is our geography, this is our character. And so as much as we bring in the global scale to Turkey, there is also a significant amount of experience that we export from Turkey to the global scale. So with these global networks, we try to bring the Turkish social entrepreneurs eye to eye with other social entrepreneurs on the world. And of course, there are some global tendencies that we see as well. For example, one of it is that the generation and the population of social entrepreneurs are becoming younger and younger. We see this also in our collaboration with Kale, and we see that this is a very good tendency towards that. And also social entrepreneurs are becoming more and more adept at using technology as a tool for their activities. However, they are also trying to keep their ethical standpoint in using these technology as well, which we think is also very well. And they also are becoming better at explaining their own stories to the investors. And social entrepreneurs is becoming the new trend, the cool trend. It's in now. And so I do believe that social entrepreneurship is the business model of today and tomorrow. And our faith in this is becoming stronger and stronger with these developments as well. This is what I can say about the global trends in general. Apart from that, we have traditional, I'm very happy to say that we have a traditional social entrepreneurship. In that sense, we have the power and motivation and the perseverance to be able to change the existing structures is the type of persons that we are looking for, because we need to have people that are able to disrupt, because solutions that are found within the existing systems are not solving anything. At best, they're just layering the problem. So we need to have very sincere approaches to disrupting and changing, bringing solutions as well. So we are using our global network and that for local solutions as well, also together with the Kale group. Thank you very much. And I'm going to move on to Pelin. She's a prominent social entrepreneur. Thank you very much, by the way, for all your silent interpretation and your support for us. You are a renowned social entrepreneur with awards. How is the social good that has come out of your collaboration collaboration with Ashoka and with Kale, and you have been defined by ISTEM as the entrepreneur, the business model of today and tomorrow. What is the contribution from your part in that sense? I think the most significant contribution of this whole process is that it has created a family out of this journey that we've set out with together with Kale and Ashoka, and it's the reason actually is that we are reaching out to sectors of society that could not be reached until now. That's why I was interpreting in sign language here, because we have a friend who is deaf here in the audience, hearing impaired in the audience. So it's for us until that's in that sense. It was very important for us to be able to reach the people in different sectors of society, and we have support from social sector a lot. We can knock on each and every door, and we have, rather than any positive or negative results, we have some guidance and orientation from each and every door that we knock on. And I think this is the most important part, because you're on the social sector here and you have an entrepreneurship side to your efforts. But all of that doors that you knock on are very well versed in the social sector, and so they give us very good guidance as well. So, and I'm going to continue with my sign language interpretation as well. You can continue with your speech. I'm just going to continue interpreting. Yes, in that sense, when we look at all the words of my panelist here, it says the significance of cooperation and collaboration for social entrepreneurship is clear for all of us. So when you look at it from that point of view, I believe that the being the subheading being the shortcut to good, I believe that also we have Rana and İhtiyaç here among us, the founders of Adım Adım, and believe that with such NGOs and social structures, I do believe that we have all together with all the social entrepreneurs that we have here, we will be reaching better days in the future together as well. If you have any final comments, let me take them. Otherwise, I think we are done with our time. Maybe I can say one last thing, saying that we are, of course, taking all this into effect, but from the private sector perspective, let me point out that the good and the feedback and benefits for the corporation, for the corporate structure, is also very important. And also, in that sense, all these sustainable development goals and the related activities being able to be related to the 5,000 employees that we have in the corporation is also very important for us in terms of our aims and goals as well. Of course, in that sense, when we look at it from the 20th century perspective, we see these are the steps of like social entrepreneurship, sharing of the ecosystem, are the steps that we were most afraid to take in the 20th century. But now these are also being tackled in that sense. And as İstem also pointed out, yes, the population is becoming younger and younger, but they are also becoming more and more comprehensive in that sense, because this notion is moving on from the major metropolitan cities like Istanbul and Izmir towards in an increasing number each year towards the other cities and other geographies of Turkey as well. So each year we have applications from diverse cities in Turkey with unbelievable ideas applying for this award, mostly young people, I have to say, but it's not just exclusive for young people. And I believe they have a very good potential there in that sense in our country. And maybe as a final comment, if we still have time, I can say that I believe that dreams will have a chance of becoming true as long as they are sustainable. And so I believe that in that sense, working all together is such a beginning for all these dreams coming true.
İstem, senin eklemek istediğin.
Böyle gayet su akyolu anarak buradan istikrarlı hayal şeklinde. Şöyle, bu işbirliği aslında bizim...
I would also like to point out that this collaboration is actually helped us a lot in working our muscle and working with the private sector in that saying. And Merve Oktan is a name I would like to really appreciate here. Ashoka means absence of grief in Sanskrit, so it means it's also it's very meaningful in that. But when you go there in Turkey, in any place, and say we are Ashoka, it's not very well known. You say it's very so. In that sense, our cooperation with Kale in the private sector has really helped us work that muscle as to introduce ourselves to society. And I believe that in that sense, our motto is everyone can make a difference, and in that sense, that has also helping us further in turning our ideas into activities as well. And the awards that we give out in that sense is also especially emphasizing the collaboration between social sector and the private sector as well as the public sector as well. So I would like to also thank Ms. Zeynep Bodur for her vision in this perspective as well. Zeynep, any final comments from you? No, thank you. Okay, thank you very much for your attention, and we're so happy that you are all here to make a contribution to the social ecosystem all together, and it is our greatest hope that we will walk all together towards better days in the future. Thank you very much.